Mindless child!
Since reaching level 80, operations have taken up more than half of my playtime. But operations brought a problem that bothered me more and more with every raid. It was the columns of debuffs, sometimes reaching halfway across the screen and distracting me with their flickering icons. Interesting fact, this problem appeared as new skills were added. It didn't exist when the game launched. After looking through the settings, I found a great option called Personal Debuffs. Unfortunately, it wasn't a filter, it was just a sorting option. I still needed to see my own dots, so I couldn't just hide everything. Instead, I moved the target UI to the top of the screen, limiting the visible debuffs to a single row. It became a little better. The flickering debuff icon stopped distracting me. However, I soon realized that watching debuffs at the very top of the screen was quite awkward. Looking for another solution, I installed SWTOR, but it still didn't give me what I wanted. But SWTOR gave me an idea. If you want something done right, do it yourself. So I decided to make my own mod, one that would hide other players' debuffs and display only mine. It became much more convenient, but it still wasn't quite right. To maximize DPS, I don't need to see all the debuffs, just a few specific ones, along with their timers. The second method allowed me to display only selected buffs and debuffs with a numeric timer, and to my surprise, I found that for all the classes I played, I only needed to keep track of 2 or 3 effects. For this character, the mod is configured to track 3 effects: a debuff on the target, my shield buff, and whether the raid stim is missing. The shield buff is shown when it's active. The stim icon is shown as a reminder when the buff is missing. The debuff icon has 2 purposes: to show when the debuff is missing and to track its remaining time. That's why it stays visible throughout the fight. This version was exactly what I was looking for. Simple dots tracking let me focus completely on the fight, and that improved my DPS and survivability. Soon, all 8 of my characters reached level 80 and joined the world of operations, but that created an unexpected problem. In the next episode, when you get invited to a raid, how can you quickly find out which of your characters have already completed it and which ones can still join?
Fools. Come. We've wasted enough time.